Hello everyone, welcome again to my YouTube channel, and this time in this video I'm going to be talking about something which I started off being very enthusiastic about, but quickly started to get a bit tired of, because I was concerned that the effort that I was putting in did not warrant the reward that I was getting for it, which is rather unfortunate because I actually rather enjoyed doing it. So basically, 2 months ago, I got more involved in this blogging platform called Medium. So the basic idea of Medium is that it's sort of like a social networking website for bloggers. People share their articles, which they call stories. People are able to follow them and clap when they like articles. And depending on where you live, you actually have the ability to monetize your content. And many people starting off on Medium have that goal, that they push out content, they get their content noticed by others on social media for the much desired goal of amassing, at the end of the day, 100 followers. And then what? Well, then you can join the Medium Partner Program. However, there's a bit of a catch to it, because the platform that Medium uses for monetization, for processing their payments, is known as Stripe. And the thing about Stripe is that it's actually not the most widespread of payment platforms across the internet, as it is currently, as of this video, only offered in 46 countries, including Indonesia, although that is in beta at the moment. So what does that mean? Well, Stripe mainly operates in North America, Europe, and Japan. If you happen to be in one of the countries where Stripe isn't available for accepting payments, well, then you're out of luck, unfortunately. And that's really the issue that I stumbled across when using Medium. And it really started to demotivate me, unfortunately. So, in just over a month, I had managed to accumulate, or to collect, over 100 followers on Medium. I was rather chuffed with myself, because I thought, oh, I'm going to be able to actually get a bit of monetization, a bit of a reward from this. You know, that I'm not just writing content and putting it out there, which is a good feeling unto itself, but I'll also have the opportunity to actually earn my keep, so to speak, and maybe that would motivate me to write even more stories. Well, lo and behold, I checked a few times. I checked to see if my home country was listed on Stripe. I actually read an article that said that the platform was actually opening in my country, but it turned out that it actually wasn't available for consumer use, which was indeed incredibly frustrating. So I actually did try applying for the Medium Partner Program, even if it was a forlorn attempt. I entered my details and sent it off. I hoped for the best. A few days later, the inevitable news arrived. I checked my inbox, I saw a message from Medium, I hesitantly clicked on it. Not to my surprise, I was informed that I indeed was not eligible for the Medium Partner Program. It was a bit of a downer, to be honest, although I had expected it. And it sort of put a dent in my motivation to actually publish content on Medium. Because as much as I enjoyed interacting with the Medium community and getting feedback, which I always appreciated, there was a part of me that felt let down. And I understand, okay, Stripe can't operate in all the world's countries at the moment, but it was a bit of a slap in the face, really. Some people from some countries can monetize their content, others can't. Seems perhaps a little bit arbitrary. Maybe I don't know enough. Since I got that email, I actually didn't publish a story on Medium for over 2 weeks. I did recently publish a story, but it wasn't very long. And it was actually more of an afterthought, really, because I felt a certain obligation to my readers and my followers to actually give them something more to read, even if it were only a minute or two long. I guess even when I'm not getting paid, I still feel a certain connection to the platform and to its users. However, that brings up the point, should content creators really feel the sort of obligation, should they feel that they are obligated to receive financial remuneration for their content that they put out, whether it's a blog post or a video or a picture? Because it seems to me sometimes like we see content on the internet and we don't think so much about who created it. We just consume it mindlessly as if we're sheep chewing on grass. We don't think of all the effort they put in, of all the thought processes, of all the inspirational journeys that have taken you to this product. And for these creators, sometimes getting a little bit of financial acknowledgement is something that will just get them going just a little bit further than they would have otherwise. They wouldn't have started the journey for the mere sake of earning a few bucks, but for many of them, it's certainly a factor in getting them slightly more sort of revved up to head towards the finish line. Because we all need to eat at the end of the day. We all need to pay our rent. We all need to pay our taxes. Some of us may find that we have to pay for other things that we didn't think we'd have to, like for an emergency, or to help out a family member or a close friend. And basically, maybe when there's universal basic income on a global scale, maybe it won't be such a dire factor whether people's bank account balance is in the green or in the red. But for now, I think many content creators would agree with me that paying the bills is something which they reluctantly have to acknowledge. And sometimes, from my experience, it can even interfere with my ability to come up with content because I'm more worried about which bill I'm going to have to pay tomorrow as opposed to which creative output I can provide within the next week or however long it takes, because I really don't know how long it will take. It just happens. But my bank account doesn't just happen. my bank account is always there and it always needs to be full. And that brings me back to Medium, is that I definitely think that if I were able to be paid at least a little bit for the articles that I publish on the platform, I would be far more motivated to publish on it. Not merely once or twice a month, but probably 3 to 4 times a week. But as long as that's not the case, and as long as I'm not able to get financial recompense from my work on Medium, I'm going to let it lie dormant for the most part. Perhaps if that changes in the future, I will come back joyfully. But for now, I'm going to focus more of my efforts into other pursuits. I probably won't stop publishing stories at all on Medium, but it certainly will take a back seat. At least until either I feel more comfortable financially, or Medium changes its payment system, or Stripe happens to expand its services to the country I currently reside in. But anyways, I'm going to continue producing content no matter what. And we'll see what happens in the future. I hope things get better.